So a friend suggested that I do an unpopular opinions video. Now, I love those unpopular opinion videos, but I have a lot of unpopular opinions. So I decided in order to not have like a 60-minute video of all the things I don't like or have an unpopular opinion about, I should just do a video about the top 5 trends that I'm hating right now. Let's get started. So the number 1 trend that I'm hating are adult hairs, aka overgrown baby hairs. Now, I don't hate baby hairs per se. I don't have a lot of hair around my perimeter, so I've never ever really done baby hair. I've had one hairstylist do baby hair on me. It was the first time I got faux locks. She put this white gel that crusted up. I was traumatized. Ever since then, whenever I get my braids done, I explicitly tell the stylist, don't touch my baby hair, don't even think about it. So my problem with baby hair is not baby hair in general. If you have baby hair and you want to slick it down, no problem. I have problems with the overgrown baby hair. I have problems with people taking their full-grown adult hair and trying to act like it's baby hair. I have problems with the lace front wigs and the super extensive baby hairs. It annoys me. I could probably do a whole video about why I don't like lace front wigs. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, my lace front wig looks good. Lace front wigs are not meant to be seen in the daylight. If you're on stage, if you're performing, if you're like myself on a YouTube video, they look fine. But close up in the bright fluorescent lights of Target, it looks like a wig. I'm sorry. Lace front wig, baby hair combo sends me every time. And so another thing about baby hairs is I'm always concerned about people's foreheads. I've seen a couple TikTok videos where people are like, oh, my stylist did my baby hairs, and now because they don't know how to redo their baby hairs, they're just gonna leave them for like 4 days. These are the people, their baby hairs are like almost to their eyebrows. So I'm looking at them and thinking like, your forehead is covered in baby hair and gel and you're not gonna wash it for 4 days? How, Sway? How? I'm concerned about the skin under people's baby hair. I really, really am. I'm gonna say a prayer because I don't know what's under there. So as Black women, I know baby hairs are not gonna go away. We like to slick them down, but these super extensive baby hairs to your eyebrows, I hate them. Can we go back to baby hairs that were baby hairs and not these full-grown adult hairs? Let me know what you think in the comments. So next up are these overinflated sunglasses and shoes. And truthfully, there's one big culprit, and that is Jonathan Anderson, aka JW Anderson, the creative director of Loewe. I said before that I have a love-hate relationship with all JW Anderson designs. I like them, but something about them is just always slightly over the top. I've never bought anything from Loewe or JW Anderson, so I think I'm on the I hate them side. I originally started disliking this overinflated accessory trend, I think last fashion month. So not the one that just happened in September, but the one in like around February. So I'm on group chat with my friends and we were looking at everybody's fashion week fashions during New York Fashion Week. And we were noticing that everybody was wearing these same white sunglasses. Did a quick search, found out they were by Loewe. I was over them like the second day of Fashion Week. I almost was like, did Loewe gift people all of these sunglasses or did everybody just get them using their far-fetched 10% off discount? I don't know. Fashion Week came again in September and I was like, ooh, I'm glad everybody's not gonna wear these white sunglasses. Girl. So instead of the white sunglasses, everybody was wearing these ones that were slightly a little bit different. Like they were red. There were a few white ones, but there were a lot of red ones. It was Hyla Lux, it was Karen Britchick, every damn body. Of course, these red ones, same thing. They're by Loewe. Everybody's wearing them. I'm over it. And I just kind of had to be like, all right, cool. Fashion month was over. I was like, I can breathe again. And then one day I saw these Daffy Duck shoes. So these Daffy Duck shoes, I really thought they were a joke. At first I was like, who did this? But I was like, oh, of course, Loewe. So in my mind, I was like, these are shoes that somebody created, but nobody's wearing them until I saw a picture of Kylie Jenner walking around in these Daffy Duck shoes. And I was just like, I can't. Luckily, it's not caught on like wildfire. But I was looking for these shoes on the website and they're gone. So they might be sold out. Those I haven't seen very much, but there's another pair from Loewe that I'm just kind of like, I feel like they're about to explode on my timeline and I'm going to be upset and annoyed. And those are the Loewe, I think it's balloon shoes. They look like an inflated balloon. These are ones where I can kind of see how they could be cute, but I also could be like, first of all, I feel like these overinflated accessories are gonna age like spilt milk. Now these balloon shoes and these Daffy Duck shoes, if I see you wearing them past February, I'm judging you. I'm really judging you. The balloon shoes, I can take a breath and be like, I understand why people are wearing the balloon shoes. I don't like these overinflated accessories, but if I see one person wearing these Daffy Duck shoes, I'm gonna be punching the air. I'm going to be punching the air. Like, I really am. I feel like every season there's one trend that just like pushes my buttons, and this has been the trend 2 seasons in a row, and I'm just like, I don't know why, but it must be J.W. Anderson. That's what I'm thinking. Something about his designs don't work for me. So let me know what you think of this overinflated accessories trend. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Have you even seen them? Let me know in the comments. So the next trend that I'm hating is BBL fashion. I know. Okay, so first of all, a BBL is a Brazilian butt lift. It's that liposuction procedure where people basically take fat from their back, arms, wherever, and deposit it like on their hips and butts to make them more shapely in their butt and hips. It's a very controversial procedure. I don't know how it is in other communities, but I feel like BBLs have swept the Black community like crack in the 90s. I can do a whole video about my thoughts on BBLs. I have gone on record and said in about 5, maybe 10 years, there's going to be a BBL apocalypse with all the people who had BBLs during the pandemic. I'm sure lawyers are going to be on television advertising.
Did you have a BBL during the 2020 pandemic? Call this number.
That being said, BBL fashion is exactly what you would think. I was reading somebody's definition of what BBL fashion is, and it's like slithers of fabric precariously strung together with spaghetti straps and metal hardware, cut out so wide the garment may as well have been made in 2 pieces, peekaboo moments for side boobs, under boobs, and the more conservative classic boob cleavage. These are the hallmarks of BBL fashion, and I absolutely agree. A lot of the fast fashion brands like Pretty Little Thing, Fashion Nova, I feel like they make their clothes specifically for that one body type. Whoever their fit models are people who've had very, very extensive body modifications. Like, so I'm a busty woman, but I haven't had breast augmentation. So my breasts sit where natural breasts sit. I can't wear dresses from places like Fashion Nova, swimsuits. It's funny because I have a lot of friends who don't have a BBL body who can definitely shop there and they are fine. The calculus of how that works is beyond my understanding. I think the issue is they're making it for hourglass figures, but I'm not the hourglass figure they're making it for, so it is what it is. I feel like the hip hop girlies exemplify this BBL fashion trend that I can't stand. If you follow me on Instagram, whenever there's an award show, I talk about the red carpet fashion. I think the last time it was the BET Awards or the Source Awards, whichever award show, I talked about my hatred of BBL fashion. I remember Lotto had this dress that exemplified BBL fashion. Now, I think it was a non-Black designer who had made it for very, very skinny bodies, but with all the cutouts and everything, it still looked like BBL fashion. Everything that Nicki Minaj wears, Cardi B wears is BBL fashion. It's that spandex, it's that clothing that looks like it's kind of holding on by a string, you know, booty meat. I understand why a lot of women are getting BBLs and then realizing that they can only really wear like a very narrow scope of clothing, because I think I dress well, but I also understand that there's a lot of limitations to being an hourglass. I look better in spandex than I do a lot of things. Harder to be well dressed as an hourglass woman because most of the clothes are made for pairs or different other body types. It's very easy as an hourglass person, especially somebody who's going from like an apple to being a BBL hourglass to just wear spandex. So I think there's a larger discussion that has to be had about the clothing choices that people are relegated to after they've had this type of surgery. But that's another discussion. That's another video. I definitely need to do a BBL video. But until then, I hate BBL fashion. Remember when the BBL apocalypse happened, I said it first. Let me know what you think about BBL fashion. So the next trend that I'm hating are distressed sneakers and fashion. This trend has been going on for a long time and I'm ready for it to be done. I feel like Golden Goose started this whole dysfunctional family. I've never bought a pair of Golden Goose shoes. I did buy a pair of distressed Zadig & Voltaire sneakers. I wore them once and was like, let me sell these on my Poshmark. They were super, super cute, but I just came to the realization I don't like distressed sneakers. I like my sneakers to be crisp, clean, fresh. Like if my shoes get a major scratch, I'm like, oh God, they done. It's a wrap. If you're one of those people that likes distressed sneakers and continue to buy Golden Goose, I'm not mad at you. I'm just not that girl. And when it comes to the distressed fashion a la Yeezy, whatever, Balenciaga, the clothing that looks like you're a zombie or you're homeless, I can't do it. Number one, the clothing tend to be oversized, baggy, shapeless. That's the wrong silhouette for me. Anything that's shapeless on me makes me look pregnant. It's not a good look. It's giving maternity. But if you're like wafy and you want to add volume, then go ahead. Wear the Night of the Living Dead outfits. Only benefit of like the distressed sneakers is you don't have to worry about your sneakers getting dirty. You ain't gotta worry about none of that. It's like, ooh, they're vintage. There's a different flavor in a shoe that like you've been wearing for 10 years and just are worn in, and then some brand new Saint Laurent or Golden Goose sneakers that you just bought from Nordstrom last week that look like somebody mechanically wore them in. It just hits different. And I'm just saying, I'm tired of the distressing. When it comes to jeans, I don't mind a little bit of distressing, like at the knees. But if you recall that trend, I don't know, was it 2016? I don't know what it was, but it was pre-pandemic. You remember all of our jeans were super, super distressed. We've since moved away from that. I still see those jeans in the stores. Like I was at H&M the other day returning a pair of jeans, and I was like, we still doing jeans that are distressed front and back, up and down? No. Get a little distressing on your knee, maybe a little bit on your thigh. That's it. They're still at the store, so I know somebody's buying them. Are you buying them? Be honest, be truthful. I feel like there's certain brands, Yeezy, where the aesthetic is that homeless, vagrant vibe. It's not my vibe. I'm definitely a little bit more fancy, a little dressy. So maybe that's why this trend, I'm hating. I saw a couple of fashion shows where I'm like, this is a vibe. Like when they wear it with those clear heels, it was cute. But I'm just like, I'm over it. You're spending $1,000 on a sweatshirt to look like you're homeless. Distressing, I feel like, is like parsley. A little bit is fine. You know, a little bit here and there. Your whole outfit being distressed. No. People who are wealthy walking around like they're homeless is not my vibe. Let me know in the comments if you're still all distressed down. The next trend that I'm absolutely hating is anything Balenciaga. I feel like Balenciaga and Demna, who is the current creative director, they're trolling us. They are trolling us. I feel like everything that we thought was ugly, they are now making into designer fashion. So I was talking to my friends about the Balenciaga trash bag. It basically looks like those white heftier Glad trash bags that you put in your trash can, made into, I think it's either $1,700 or $1,900 handbag. I went to the website and I checked, sold out. I believe Balenciaga has a bag that looks like Lay's bag of chips. I'm sure it's sold out. So Balenciaga had a pair of sneakers that were completely ratted out, ratty, just toe down, sold out. Number one, my question is, who's buying all of this? Maybe they're the same people buying Yeezys and supporting Kanye. I don't know. Sorry if I'm being controversial right there, but let me stay out of that little corner. I do feel like they are trolling us. There are so many Balenciaga designs that are just, who approved this? Remember the shoe that they made that looked basically like a croc with a heel? I'm sure it's sold out. I do love some Balenciaga designs. Balenciaga's aesthetic is elevated minimalism to me at first. They still have those types of designs. I love the Balenciaga hourglass coat. I still to this day want one. They're almost $4,000, so I'm gonna have to get it at like some closeout sample sale, but I love that silhouette. I love the hourglass bag. I don't own one. I don't think I'd ever buy one, but I love the design of that. I feel like they do their structured designs really well, like that minimal elevated aesthetic. So I don't understand where all this trolling comes in. I don't know. Maybe it's their parsley, it's their spice. They want to be known for things beyond the hourglass coat and the hourglass bag. I get it. But a lot of their designs, like these really pointy shoes, I'm looking at the Kegel boots. They're like the Wicked Witch from Dorothy. The Balenciaga bag from the early 2000s that's back. I remember liking that bag when I was young, but now when I see it, I'm just like, no. And all of the influencer girlies are loving this bag and loving the Cargyle boots. We can't go back. We've come too far. I'm trying to see what other things from Balenciaga I like. I feel like whenever anything controversial comes out or weird, I don't even have to ask. I know it's Balenciaga. So let me be truthful. I don't own anything by Balenciaga. I did want the Balenciaga dad sneakers, but I didn't buy them. I feel like a lot of Balenciaga designs are for people who have money to waste on things. I feel like most of the stuff is gonna end up at the Real next year or in 6 months. So if you're on TikTok, people have been trolling the Balenciaga fashion shows because the models come out dressed in tattered clothing and they walk like Lurch from the Addams Family. It's ridiculous. But people are buying it. I'm looking at the website at some of these designs. There are these pair of Balenciaga distressed denim pants. There are Bergdorf's, an extra long pair of pants made into a jumpsuit. Like, you can't make any of this up. People are buying it, so let me be quiet. I'm done talking. Let me know if you're a Balenciaga fan. Like I said, I will buy a Balenciaga hourglass coat and be unapologetic about it. But everything else, especially from this Demna era, let me know in the comments what you think. So those are 5 of the trends that I'm currently hating. Now, I'm gonna keep it cute because I have a very, very long list of trends that I'm hating. We don't have that time. Let me know which one of your trends is the least favorite. Yeah, let me know which trend is your least favorite. We talked about 5 of the trends that I hate. If you're interested in trends that I'm loving right now, I'm gonna link a video here. All right, see you next time. Bye.